It's been raining since about 3 o'clock. It's maybe 7:30, quarter of 8. Just got some food from the Salvation Army homeless food truck. And really wanted to share this video log, so I've tucked in a little storefront, closed storefront here. Hopefully it won't draw the police before I'm done in a couple of minutes. And then I'll try and climb into my place where I sleep without getting too wet. Tomorrow morning at least, it's not supposed to be raining. Surely I have a right in the weeks that I have left to live a somewhat fully functional life. Surely I have the right to decide about how I'll use that time. I don't know that this will make sense to anyone but me. That's kind of the point of it. I have every experience that my life makes no sense to anyone but me. Again, that's sort of the point. But more specifically, I don't understand. I don't understand why no one is passionate about the life that is my total passion. Universal family, period. Universal love, period. Universal compassion, period. The purpose isn't to be a fool for that love, but to be willing to be made a fool of by that love. Loving for the joy of it, no matter the pain, the personal pain that it brings, the personal cost that it brings. I don't understand why I know of no one today, with the possible exception of Diane and Scott, that too are so passionate about having that joyful life that they bear any price, any personal price for it. I don't understand that. But I'm tired of arguing it. And in a way, my life has been an argument for it. Meaning a significant portion of my life has been with a mind toward trying to be convincing to others, not in argument, but in my way of living. No one's asked me to, so why am I saying this? Only to announce that I feel myself embracing a significant change. I don't understand why at 61 years old I know of no one that passionately embraces the understanding that I embrace, that Jesus' religion was loving. Period. Period. The extent to which dogma, beliefs, dictates could cause someone to find that path and walk it, great. But his religion was not dogma, was not belief, was not all this crap. It was being unconditional universal family. I don't know why I know no one that is passionate about that, clear about that. Well, I can imagine the reasons. I'm a psychotic, let's say. I'm not, but that certainly could be a reason. As a matter of fact, when no one shares your beliefs, that certainly can be a hallmark of psychosis. If it is, oh my gosh, I'm the luckiest person on the planet to be so psychotic. Because the world I live, oh my God, I see no one in history, with the exception of Jesus and maybe to a lesser degree Teresa of Calcutta, Gandhi, King, to a degree Diane Wilson, to a degree Scott, that has the quality of life that I've had and have and will have with my last breath, or at least until the disease makes me my nervous system no longer my nervous system, and you must understand if and when that comes. But the fact is, I know of no one that shares that has the same view, the same passion, the same sense that the only way to live is unconditional loving with every breath. It's not a complaint, it's not an indictment, but I have the right to say what I perceive and what I feel so deeply. And therefore, almost every interaction with the most loving of you includes some element which you probably find much more draining, stressful, upsetting, disturbing than I. This conflict between this life view that I have and the view of everyone else that doesn't share it. I have no regrets for the degree to which I've been in argument for embracing my view, but I feel some level of clarity that I'm neither going to argue nor am I going to participate in any sort of argument. Anyone that wants to talk to me from the part of themselves that might share the passion I have, I'm all in. But I'm done with arguing that Jesus was purely and simply an apostle of loving. I'm done with that. I'm done with any sort of conversations that what I'm doing with respect to using $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 worth of treatment to give me several years' life, when $30,000 would keep 60,000 of my children alive for 2 days. 50 cents a day is what it costs to keep an impoverished child alive in India or Africa. Anyone that isn't thrilled, overjoyed with the life view that would have me doing that, I love you, but I'm unwilling to enter into any sort of conversation on that. I'm done. Great. Anyone that wants to embrace the world that doesn't see what I'm doing as perfect sanity, perfect love, great. But don't talk to me about it, and if you do, expect me to ignore you. I'll put my headphones on, read a book. Hello, friend. So loving, who are you talking to? What are you talking about? No one's talking to you. You're alone. Of course, I'm not alone. I'm with every one of you. I'm with the 700 billion people on this planet, or 600 to 7 billion right now, and the 200 billion children yet to be born. I'm with them all the time. I'm the least alone person on the planet. Truly. But physically, I'm alone, except for my street friend Delbert, who annoyingly comes and talks for 10 minutes, but he's one of the sweetest spirits I've ever met. Very intelligent guy. Has this conspiracy theory mentality, but walked out into the street today, somewhat carefully, but he saw the hood open on a cab that was driving by, but parked at the light. Then he walked out It's a homeless guy, Delbert. Walked out, can I close your hood for you? Oh yes, thank you, that would be very helpful, and he did. It's just what he does. He'll go up to Union Station at 9 o'clock some nights and collect pizza that vendors give him for free, and he'll just walk around giving it to homeless people. He doesn't seem to have the gene for looking for thanks for appreciation. It's just what he wants to do. He's a remarkable fellow. And it's like we're, well, I suppose in a way we are pals, but 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. So I'm solitary. I'm isolated in that sense. But I'm totally with you all, every breath. Would I love to be with all of you in passionate living of the sole value of universal family? Oh my God. Yes. And if there's ever a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, when somehow you want to share that, great. But any other value system, I don't have many weeks left. Know that I won't discuss it with you. I won't argue that maybe my path isn't the right one. I love the path that I'm on. I've been dying for years to have you find it. And I still am dying for that. But I'm not going to argue it anymore. It's the alternative is too ugly. It's, to me, it's insanity, as I've written ad infinitum. It's insanity, everything but universal loving, universal family. It's insanity. It's evil. It's unwilled insanity, of course. I fault no one. If anyone, me for not being a better teacher or a better example. But I'm not going to participate in that evil anymore, even through argument. I'm just not. If someone, before or after I die, can see the joy that I live, can see the purity of the love that I participate in, and wants it for themselves, it's what I'm all about, is to help people find that. But to argue that maybe it isn't real, that maybe it isn't what Jesus taught, maybe it isn't what others have lived, you can have those beliefs, you can have those doubts, you can have those certainties that I'm wrong, but I'm not going to participate in them. It's crazy.